What's up, everybody? Longshanks here. Going to be doing a review of the Rocket bag by Tennessee Williams. This is kind of the maiden voyage for Trash Bin in terms of getting a major sponsorship deal. We're not actually sponsored by Tennessee Williams or the Rocket bag, but they did send it to us in exchange for our honest thoughts, and my honest thoughts are what you're going to get. So I have transferred all of my gear from my previous tennis bag into this one, so I'm going to be doing a bag check today, as well as sharing my thoughts on this this bag known as the Rocket. The thing that is rocketing the most about it is the price. The thing on this bad boy is up to the moon. $400, $395 shipped for this guy. Can't say too much about how expensive bags get. I know there are some other bags out there. I don't really know how much they go for, but to me, $400, you know, that's a pretty pricey point right up front. So if I had been shopping for this online, I would have immediately dismissed it. So it's actually kind of cool for me to get my hands on something this expensive and look through it and see, is it actually worth it? Because I'm sort of a stickler for value. I've always considered myself a frugal fellow. I bought my previous tennis bag on Tennis Warehouse Europe because it was cheaper, and I found some like random discount code on, you know, Retail Me Not or whatever. So I'm always doing anything like that. First thing I noticed, a million compartments in this thing. I literally get confused. I don't even know where all my stuff is in here. If you said, hey, get me your tennis rackets, I would know where that is, but I would have to look to find my grips or my bandages or whatever. But I would say that's a pro. I love how many tiny pockets there are. So at the top here, and everything is labeled. So you can see the ball icon right there. Most of the pockets have a little plastic rubber icon telling you what should be going in this compartment, which I personally like. There are a couple omissions that I was kind of surprised by, but I'll get to those later. But this one is for balls, and looking in this compartment right here, I was like, can a can of balls even fit in there? Is this just for loose balls? Because it's just mesh. But a can of balls does fit nicely in there. I'd say you probably got room for maybe 4 cans of balls. I only have 2 in there. You could probably get 4 in. And then, you know, this little compartment up here, I guess you could put like your name tag, like who the bag belongs to. I guess that's a nice feature. You know, some pens if you're keeping score. I don't know. Let's see, we'll go up this front pocket here. You'll notice this is, you know, some threadage. The sealing on here, the stitching on here has already come undone. This is brand new. This came like this. You know, I didn't pay for it, but not a good sign in terms of quality. If I paid $400, I would expect that to be stitched so tight that I couldn't rip it out with my teeth. But onto this front compartment here, they do have a place for sunglasses, which is nice because if I come out here with sunglasses, I end up just throwing them on the ground. They might get crushed or whatever, or if I just threw them into my old bag, which was just the Dunlop SX bag, like Dunlop's tennis bag, not the duffel, the regular tennis bag. But you know, you got your compartment here for your sunglasses, your stuff, whatever. A little pouch right here for your phone. Phone does fit nicely into there, so that's definitely nice. A little key ring. It does come detached, so I guess if you wanted to just like put this actually on your key ring, you could. But personally, I wouldn't want to. This plastic is a little flimsy. It would probably get cracked and broken if I had it on my keychain full time. So, and I'm certainly not gonna clip it on there every single time. But I do happen to have a little clip, so you know, whatever, that's cool. I'll put that in there. Frankly, I did lose my keys all the time in my old bag, all the time. There was one time I actually bought this tile so that I could ring my keys because I lost them in my tennis bag. Birdman and I were literally looking through my tennis bag for like 15 minutes and like combing the court. It was dark. We couldn't find my keys because I had lost them in my tennis bag. So I do have to say that this is a nice feature. Is it worth $400? No, but maybe as we continue the amalgamation of all these parts, will be worth $400. We'll see. Not spoiling my thoughts for the end of the video. I'm just going to go through the pockets here. So this This next pocket, this is for your accessories, tennis accessories. Laptop, kind of an odd choice. I don't know who brings their laptop to play tennis. I would have loved to have seen something there for like strings or grips. It is very thin, so I see why maybe they labeled it laptop because they had nothing else that they could put in there. But strings do fit nicely in there. I would have loved to have seen this icon as a string instead of a laptop. And we did do some chatting with the manufacturers, and I think they went through like 8 prototypes of this bag. So this changed a lot for them to finally get it right. You know, it's something that they've put a lot of thought into, a lot of care, and the people who made it are tennis players. So, yeah, just definitely a lot of thought and care. You know, just classic stuff in here. Bunch of grips, Turner grips, tack grips. Plenty of zippered pockets in here. You know, deodorant because I'm a stinky boy. You know, my dampeners, a glove because I'm soft and I tear my calluses. I've never actually used that. I think it's a pickleball glove, which I don't know if you can hear. There's pickleballers in the background, just disgusting. They're playing on tennis courts. Just like there's a swarm of them. There's leeches. There's not a single. These courts are gorgeous. There's not a single tennis person out here. I digress. But this compartment for your accessories is kind of thin. Like you can see, this bag is itself very thin and compact, very narrow. I was able to get all my stuff in here, so I guess no harm, no foul. But yeah, you know, whatever. So this corner thing, I initially missed this, but I think this is really nice. This is for their medical supplies, and I do have medical supplies. I've ripped open my knee. I've cut myself because I hit myself with the racket, something so stupid, but always keep some TP with me. You never know if they're just going to have porta pots at the court, tape, bandages. I cut my finger open on a ball can. That was particularly unpleasant. So, they've got that compartment there. Lots of zippers, lots of compartments. I feel like an assassin with this bag, a tennis assassin, and all of the tools of my trade are in here. Turning over to the other side, this is for clothes, and this is one of the huge pluses of this bag. This is a plastic lining, and I can't emphasize what a good move, how much of a good move I think that is. When you're stinky and you put in, the Condor sweats like a whale. He can literally wring a shirt out. So if you put that in a felt bag, the stench is going to seep in. Now that may end up happening here with this bag. I've only been using it for a couple weeks, but just the fact that they have thought about this and that's there, great, kudos. Yeah, so I keep my clothes in there, just a bunch of wristbands, headbands, towels, hat. And on this side, a thermal pocket. Really not sure what this is for. They neglected to put an icon here, and I can't imagine it was cheaper for them to use this in here than something else, so I don't know. You'll notice I'm using the backpack strap option. It does have a shoulder strap option, which you can use on the front of the bag if you wanted. Dealer's choice. You would expect to see something like that with how expensive this bag is, so happy to see that there. On to the next compartment here. Oh, no. We'll save that one for last. You're going to have to stick around. How do I even get this thing open? Where are my zippers? Okay, on to the tennis rackets. Got your classic thermal lining. I knew a guy that literally brought his rackets into work. He's like, I don't leave my rackets in my car. This is $700 worth of rackets. And that was before I started playing tennis. And I was like, that's ridiculous. $700? You're an idiot. But now here I have, $200, $250. This is $400 worth of rackets. So yeah, the thermal lining. You can, I don't know how many rackets you carry with you. As a recreational player with discretionary income, which is probably who this is aimed at, or someone going to tournaments, you wouldn't want to carry more than 3 rackets, I wouldn't think. But you know, I could see someone being a stickler about that. But like, whatever. 3 rackets. They fit nicely in there, and I'm fine with that. I guess Condor has checked his bag before in the airport. So, I mean, I guess this would be fine to check. And that brings us to, no. We'll save that compartment again. The shoe compartment at the bottom, hidden away, tucked away. And like the clothing compartment, you do have the plastic here. Super nice, and vented. A lot of thought, a lot of care, a lot of consideration. And I think this is the final pocket. I think so. Let's open this up. This is the main compartment of the bag. You've got your shoes that go in here. I have put all of my other tennis stuff into all those other compartments, and there is still so much space in this thing. I mean, my nipple ball there, forgive me. There is so much space in here. It's this main pocket of the bag, it's almost an afterthought to me. I don't know what to put in here. I put in, this stretchy thing, some extras that I had, just random crap. I guess you could put a giant water bottle here if it doesn't fit in the water bottle holder up front, but the design of the bag, it's different. It's interesting. It's just odd. They call it the Rocket. We asked them if it was because of Rod Laver, the Rocket, and they said no. They said because when you stand it up, it looks like a rocket. That's basically it. You do have hooks here if you want to hang it up, if you've got a clip. Yeah, I mean, the zippers, nice and solid. The zippers are nice and thick. The material of it feels sturdy. This feels a little, sturdy. Some of the hooks, like this one in the front, this is nice. This is thick, and it's like a nice thick strap here. But down here, these are kind of thinner hooks. But, who cares? Who cares? This is so insignificant. On to my thoughts. Would I recommend that you buy this bag? I would not recommend you to buy this bag unless you have discretionary income that you can use responsibly. This is $400. That's a lot of money. I know tennis is a money suck, and everything in life is a money suck. Everyone is trying to nickel and dime you and take your hard-earned money. And at the end of the day, you do not need this bag to play tennis. You need a racket to play tennis. You need balls to play tennis. To me, those are the things we're spending money on. And a good racket. I don't chintz out on my rackets. I buy a full-price racket. Would I buy a full-price bag? No. But that's just me personally. Different strokes for different folks. You're going to do your own thing. Huge shout out to Tennessee Williams for sending me this bag. Very cool, very cool. I'm honored. If anyone else has any other brands out there looking for some sort of partnership in the future, we are open to that. Email trashbintennis@gmail.com. And I'm gonna do what I came out here to do, which is hit some balls. I'm gonna stop talking about this bag. All right. Trashbin Tennis is all about the tennis trash we've been. I'll see you next time.